If you are a beginner at anything at all, any craft, whatever craft that you're interested in, and you don't have any knowledge at all, listen to me. 3-month course will not help you start your business. 3-month course, it is not all you need to start making money. 3-month course is not going to help you stand on your feet. Do you hear? The reason why some of you will not make the kind of money that you desire to make is because you're not willing to wait 12 months. 12 months is 1 year. Let me ask you, is there anything you want to learn that will fetch you so much money and does not require time? That is the question you should ask yourself. Ask yourself that question before you carry your money and go and register for 3-month course as a beginner that has no knowledge at all. And in your mind, you want to make so much money. Even the person that is going to teach you, go and ask the person how long he or she has been in that business. She'll tell you that they have spent quite a number of years learning, practicing, and consistently putting out themselves. That's how you found them, isn't it? And so why do you think 3 months will be enough for you to start making money? You always are in a hurry to make money. You want to learn a skill that you don't have any knowledge at all. And then you think that if you just do 3 months, then you think that you can start making the kind of money that business owner B is making. That's a joke, right? Let me tell you something that you may not know. Yes, you may have noticed, but probably you didn't pay attention to it. I switched from running beginners 3-month course to internship and apprenticeship. And I'll tell you why. You see, when we wanted to start our production line, we got a place. The intention was to hire people who would come and assist in the business. And the first set of people that came to my mind were the people that we trained in our academy. They came in as a beginner. We trained them for 3 months. Of course, they paid the price. We hired professional tutors, people who have been in the business for a long time to teach them. They got the perfect training. They left. And by the time I called them back to come and start working with us in the factory, then I realized that 3-month course was not enough. It was as if they never even passed through our academy. This is because when people are under supervision, they do very well, they are under pressure, they want to submit their assignment, you see them thriving, they are being assisted, supervised, and then they give their best in the environment where you have fellow learners or fellow creatives in the class or fellow students in that class. So when they came back and I interviewed them, it wasn't going to work. There was no how we're going to hire them to work for us because of the level of their proficiency. It was not matching. And this is not because we have not taught them well. This is what I am sharing with you that I have experienced. So you may say your own is not like that. Good for you. But in all honesty, if there is a skill you want to learn and you're really serious about making money from that skill, the minimum you can put in is 6 months to 1 year of constant learning, observation, trying your hands on it. And you know what I did? I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're going to do internship for 3 months. And I took those 3 months as if my life depended on it. I was pouring myself into these people because I realized that there was no how I was going to replicate myself other than just pouring out the knowledge into these people that I intend to hire as our staff. And that was when the magic happens. In 3 months of constant mentorship, watching me do it, showing them how to do it, repeating designs, they got better. So in order for you to get the best out of whatever it is you want, before you start saying, I want to make money, I want to make 1 million, check yourself. Have you put in the number of hours and years required to master that skill enough for you to charge that amount of money? Yes, you have acquired training. Have you practiced well enough? For those who have not gone through the physical classes, have you practiced even those online classes well enough? Have you put in the hours? No, you have not. What do we have? You want to make money sharp. You want the money to come now. Listen, let me tell you something. Volume plus time is equals to skill. That skill that you want to learn, that you want to make money from it. How many times have you invested practice into it? The volume of work you have done, how big is it? How large is it? What's the number of time you have invested in it? How long have you spent on it? So this is why I love the internship and apprenticeship method. It is working for us, and I love the result. People leave after 6 months feeling equipped to start their own businesses. Even by the time they repeat a particular design over and over and over again, you discover that by themselves in their houses, they create those designs. And when people see those designs on them, they see it properly done, not under supervision, and then they are able to sell it. That was the same thing that happened to me. When I started my business, I didn't start looking for customers. That was not how I started my business. So you may ask me, how am I making sales? How do I get customers to come in every time? How do I get people to keep sending in their orders to the point that I tell some customers, oh, I'm sorry, I cannot meet up. And I even outsource to my fellow creatives. How do I do that? When I started, I did not start out trying to look for customers. Okay, come and buy. No. I started learning like a mad person. I started learning like a crazy person. I was obsessed. Everybody in my house knew something was going on with me, because I was always going out buying materials, trying every simple design to the hardest design that I could ever lay my eyes on. Whether I learned it through someone or on YouTube, or it was a style that I just saw somewhere, I would always want to practice. I put in the hours. I wore those designs and I improved those designs, and you bear witness with me that ever since I started my business, I've always carried everyone along in the process. Like, okay, I'm making this, let me show you how I made this. Those improvements I'm making, you all, or probably a good number of you that have been following me for a long time, would have seen the progress, how I've improved. I improved in your presence. I improved with all of you seeing the little changes that I was making. I was spending money, every little cover that I had, I was spending it on practicing. In fact, when we were supposed to move from one house to another house, I bought almost 4 bags of items, practice that I couldn't even gift somebody, because it was an eyesore for me to say I want to gift this kind of thing to someone. I couldn't give it to anybody or them, not it. I'll always practice. I put in the work. I was not looking for customers. I was just enjoying the process. So the money you want to make will come. But you need to understand that you need the time to get better. And that is why many people miss it. You want to make that money now. You want a 3-month course now. Once you finish, you want to... In fact, even before finishing, you see some of them hassling you. How can I make sales? Teach us how to make money. Teach us how to market. Those things are good. But factor in time. Anything good is worth waiting for, is worth investing in. So if you cannot invest 6 months, 1 year into one skill to get better at it, come on. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? So at the end of the day, when people who have been following me for a while saw my steady progress, steady improvements, the customers started coming. It was not planned that people would come and be asking me, oh, I want to buy this, oh, I love this. I was just displaying, posting, enjoying the process, while still managing myself with the little money that was coming in from the online classes at that time. I was not desperate to make money. I needed that money, but it just happened that I couldn't ask because I felt like I was not really good enough to the standard that I could sell those products. So I was so particular about improving, and I kept on improving. So if you have been wondering how you can make money, first of all, remember that you need to put in the hours to gain the expertise. You need to understand that at least, this one is not about deceiving yourself that I've been in this business for the past 3 years, 4 years. Have you put in the constant hours required to practice and know that thing very, very well? If you know it very well and you showcase it very well, which is the next step, you showcase it very well, you post it, you keep putting yourself out there, put your work out there, put your little improvement out there, let people see how good you are getting every day. The customers will come to the point where you start turning them down. It is not bragging. I've gotten to the stage where I choose the kind of customer that I work with. By the time you come in and I realize that, okay, this person is not a good fit in terms of maybe pricing, or I don't just like the way the person is responding, I feel like I have this hunch that I may have issues with this person, I let go. And I will not die. Come on, I will not die. That's how it's supposed to be. You want to have your customer base to overflow to the point where you're not worried about where the next meal will come from, where the next customer will come from, because you're constantly honing your skill intentionally, and then you are putting yourself out there. So let me leave you with this last quote from one of my mentors, and he says, the longer you wait, the bigger it can become. Meaning that the longer I waited at the time I was building this business, trying to show you all what I was doing, trying to make myself a little bit better. I wasn't asking for the money then. I wasn't asking people to come and buy my product at that time. And it took about 2 to 3 years for me to get to that point. So at the time when we wanted to start the production unit, where we got a space that I was ready to hire people to start, making stuff, the retail aspect of Allured by Ruby, time we're supposed to open that up, we didn't even do any official launch, and we have been booked back to back, because I wasn't struggling to get customers, and everything just went like that. As you can see, I'm working on the customer's order, and this idea just dropped in my mind for me to come and share. So that was why I left the studio to come here to record this video. So the longer you wait, the bigger it can be. So we started big, not big in terms of the structure of where we produce our customers' orders, in terms of the customers and the quality of customers that come in, that enables us to be able to pay our staff every single month for the past 2 years that without owing any of them shishi. And we are able to sustain that customer base, and they keep increasing by the day. So if I'm able to do that just by waiting a little longer to hone my skill, a little longer to get better, a little longer to give people time to see what I am doing, why can't you wait? Why can't you invest your time? Why can't you just calm down? The money will come. You just need to calm down. So before you give another person another money to go and learn 3 months course, if you don't have any knowledge at all, any craft, think about it. Are you willing to put in the work? And if there's a place where you can find like an internship, apprenticeship program, if you are not into millinery or headwear making, go find somewhere like that you can be in the place of where the real work is. Put your hands in the work, get your hands dirty, give yourself time, and in no time, the money will come. I hope you learned something today. So hit me up if you're interested in joining our internship and apprenticeship program. It's physical, it's for 6 months. I would love to have you come and see how things are being done. Come and see how we create those designs so that you can equip yourself. See you soon.